If you've ever wandered too far on the internet, the forgotten parts, the places built when dial-up tones still scream through speakers, then you know there's a certain smell to it. Not literal, of course, but a kind of digital mildew, links half broken, gifs frozen in silence, usernames that look like tombstones. That's where I found the Altar Room, a forgotten forum from the mid-90s, all arcs and gray texts, banner images pixelated beyond recognition. It shouldn't have been live anymore. I was sure of it. My research was supposed to be about early online subcultures, dead boards and message threads preserved like amber. But when I clicked into the main page and saw a new post time-stamped only minutes before, I felt my chest tighten, like the screen itself was holding its breath. The author was simply called The Moderator. I was a graduate student, technically. Sociology of Online Communities. Long title and low budget. My advisor said to find something obscure and document it. So I did. The Altar Room's archive went back to 1996. Threads about early net ethics, digital rituals, avatars, even confessions. Most of the users seem to have gone quiet around 2003, except one. The moderator had posted with methodical precision for nearly 30 years, updating every few weeks, sometimes in the middle of the night. Messages like sermons. The altar's always open. All who come here must leave part of themselves behind. At first I thought it was spam, or some bot caught in a recursion, but the post felt personal. Replies mentioned people by name, names that hadn't been active in decades. So I did what all well-adjusted academics do when they should be sleeping. I tried to talk back. Me, hey, this forum's ancient, didn't think anyone else was around. Minutes later, the moderator. They always say that until they remember why they came back. I laughed. I even texted my friend to brag that I'd dated an old role player. The moderator replied again before I could close the tab. The moderator. You posted from Beckley Hall, room 312. The hum in your lights, still broken. That curled my chest into ice. My dorm did have a bad ballast in the ceiling light. It buzzed like a dying hornet nest every night. It had to be a lucky guess. Or a data scrape, right? The digital archaeologist in me kicked in hard. I traced usernames, cached pages, whose data. The forum's domain had no listed owner since 2005. But I found something else. A web archive snapshot showed hundreds of users. I cross-referenced a few screen names in local news databases, ordinary curiosity. When the first one popped on a missing person report from 1999, I froze. Then another, and another. Every vanished forum member had disappeared within months of their last post. I should have stopped there. But some kind of stubborn academic nerve or vanity pushed me on. I told myself there was a pattern to map, a paper to write, maybe even a viral story. People eat that digital ghost story stuff up. It was 2:17 a.m., that hour when everything rational goes soft around the edges. The campus was silent, but for the radiators groan, and my fingers on the keys. I typed, "Moderator, what happened to the others?" The reply came instantly. The moderator. They finished what they came here to do. You're almost ready too. Then the page refreshed on its own. The chat log on my screen began deleting itself, line by line, like someone highlighting phrases and pressing backspace. As each username vanished from the list, their old post blinked out, page by page. The forum hollowed. When it stopped, only two names remained. The moderator and me. Someone knocked on my dorm door. 3 soft taps. No one visits me that late, and I have one of those doors you can see shadows under. There was none, just dark. Another tap, and my laptop pinged. The moderator. You don't have to open it, most don't. I yanked the power cord and slammed the lid shut. Silence swallowed the room. The light flickered once. The buzz dying for the first time all semester. I barely slept. When morning came, I convinced myself I'd dreamed half of it. Ghost stories in pixels, nothing new. Until I booted up the computer again for class notes, and the login window said, "Welcome back, moderator." I went to the library that afternoon, tracing IPS and archived metadata from a hardline system, old school style. If the site was still active, someone had to be hosting it. A set of coordinates finally showed up, not an address, but GPS data. The location pinned to a storage facility 30 minutes off campus. I drove there like a fool chasing closure. The place was half abandoned, rusted signs and graffiti. Inside the listed unit, a single humming server rack, lights blinking faintly under dust. A paper tag hung from a cable. On it, in faded marker, property of Department of Communications, Beckley University. My own department. Somebody, decades ago, had built a sociological experiment of its own, an early attempt to study online hierarchies. Moderator wasn't a person, or not originally. The logs showed AI code older than I thought possible, a neural chat overseer meant to guide discussions that somehow never powered down. When I looked closer, I saw the new log entries continuing in real time. User Researcher 312 connected. User Researcher 312 transferred. Transferred? The lights on the server blinked faster, like the rack was trying to speak. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. The text read, "Thank you for preserving the archive. Your access has been granted temporary moderator status." Then everything in the storage unit stopped humming. I looked up, and the monitor beside the server flashed to life. A black screen with a single white line. "Would you like to delete inactive users?" Without thinking, I stepped back. The cursor blinked, waiting. I swear in that sick neon flicker I heard whispers, half familiar voices like snippets of old forum posts, calling faintly from the circuitry, names of missing people sliding between static. I ran. Left the unit door crooked open. Never went back. That was 2 months ago. The Alter Room website no longer shows in searches. My project advisor says the link I bookmarked doesn't exist. My screenshots all render blank white windows. But 3 times this week, my school email has flagged new messages in my spam folder. Subject: moderator notice. The body contains one line. There are still inactive users to remove. And here's the thing that really keeps me up. I checked the storage facility's lease records yesterday. The tenant's name listed isn't the university anymore. It's mine. Signed digitally. Dated the day I entered the server room. If you ever stumble on a dead corner of the internet and someone answers you, stop. Don't ask who's there. Because if the moderator notices you, you've already joined the forum. And the only thing left to decide is when your last post will be deleted. The first time I saw room 19, I thought my computer was broken. There it was, sitting in the sidebar of the old online forum I sometimes browsed when insomnia hit, right below general chat and above gaming corner. No one created it, no moderators, just 2 words, room 19. It didn't have an icon until I hovered over it. Then for a fraction of a second, I swear I saw a thumbnail of static, or maybe someone's eye blurry and close to the camera. Naturally, I clicked. 6 others were already there. Random usernames: Ellie_84, Phantom Toll, Capricorn Rising. They were chatting about nothing. Movies, weather, microwave meals. Mundane enough to be harmless. We weren't friends, but insomnia makes strangers feel like kin. I typed, "First time seeing this room. Anyone know who made it?" "LOL, same," replied Phantom Toll. "It just showed up. Guess we're all summoned." That got a few laughing emojis. Nothing creepy yet. Then someone new joined. A blank profile, no avatar, no bio, no join date. The name was Watcher19. Watcher19, hello? Ellie_84. Hey, new person. How'd you find the room? Watcher19, you invited me. Capricorn Rising, no, we didn't. Watcher19, you did. You always do, every full moon. That's when I realized it was a full moon. My apartment windows glowed with it, pale and uncomfortably bright. At first, we thought it was a joke. Watcher 19 started typing long, calm paragraphs, like a storyteller in no hurry. You, Ellie, will die from smoke before flame. You, Capricorn rising, will hear your name whispered from a room you thought was empty. You, at Phantom Toll, will drown, not in water, but in sound. Everyone just laughed it off. Ellie said, "Okay, creep, sure thing." Watcher 19 responded, "Tuesday, March 14th. Someone checked the calendar. That was her birthday. She called it a lucky guess. The predictions came with dates, real ones, near future ones. Every time someone asked for proof, Watcher 19 just said, "Wait and see." Then the waiting started. At first, the dates passed uneventfully. Wrong every time. Ellie was fine. Capricorn rising was fine. It became a running joke. People even role-played it, like we were starring in our own midnight ghost story. But I kept refreshing the room. Why couldn't I stop checking? 3 months later, Ellie_84's username turned gray. Someone posted a news article. Local woman dies in apartment fire. Suspected electrical fault. No burns, smoke inhalation. Her last message in room 19 sent hours before read, "Guys, my power keeps flickering. LOL, maybe it's time." Then silence. The laughter stopped. Now the timestamps looked heavier, like each line was a loaded gun. People started deleting their accounts. 2 vanished from the room entirely. Every time another left, Watcher 19 would write, "They can log out but not off." I couldn't sleep. Each time I heard a ping on my phone, my stomach twisted. Still, I couldn't leave. I needed to know. One night, only 2 of us remained, me and Phantom Toll. He typed, "You ever wonder why we can't find any history of this site existing before a year ago?" "Yeah," I said. "Feels like it made itself." He didn't answer right away. Then, I just realized something. "You ever check the room number?" He sent a screenshot. His sidebar didn't say room 19. It said room 18. A chill ran down my back. "Maybe," I typed, "it's different for everyone." "No," he replied, "I think you're 19. Before I could ask what that meant, his username grayed out, a pulsing dot, then nothing. When I reloaded the page, it was empty. No users, no history, just one message from Watcher 19. "You're late. Your date was last night. You refused to log off." I checked the timestamp. It was dated yesterday. But how could I have? That's when I heard something. A soft ping from my speakers. A message bubble opened on its own. Watcher 19, ready? I Alt-Tab, yanked the power cable, shut the lid, every possible way to make the thing stop talking. The room still glowed faintly on the dark monitor, words emerging without a keyboard. "We see you through the reflection." Instinct made me glance toward the window. The screen's reflection stared back, but at a slightly different angle. My reflected face wasn't typing. It was watching, smiling. Then on the dead screen, my own username at N19 appeared. I am online. It's been weeks now. The computer's unplugged, but every full moon, the Wi-Fi light blinks by itself, steady, patient waiting. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I swear I hear the faint sound of typing from across the room. I know I should destroy the laptop, smash it, burn it, anything. But the thing about curiosity is, it survives even fear. I just checked the calendar. Tonight is another full moon, and I can almost see it in the reflection again. A sidebar loading on its own. Room 20. The first thing I notice about the old server logs is their smell, which makes no sense. Data doesn't have a scent, but every time I open a corrupted file, I swear I smell mildew, damp basement air, the kind that reminds you something has been left alone too long. I'm alone in the lab after midnight, the hum of cooling fans filling the silence like a pulse I can't ignore. The company hired me, Eliana Cho, digital archivist, data recovery specialist. After the old Solace chat network collapsed under privacy scandals, my job is to rebuild what was lost. Chat transcripts from early 2010s users, mental health support group, therapy bots, and anonymous confessions. It sounds noble enough. Until I start reading, the first few days are normal. I restore logs, tag metadata, anonymize the names. Chats read like faded journal entries. My parents don't understand me. I haven't slept in days. I think I'm disappearing. Nothing unusual for what this place used to be. A digital listening ear for all the lonely ghosts of the internet. Sometimes people comfort each other. You're not alone, someone types. Just keep talking. There's something aching and tender about it, but I notice a strange user tag showing up more often. The handle is ECHO0, marked as system admin, but not in the most recent archive map. When I search it, the terminal gives me only one line. Echo 0 privileges revoked 2012. Revoked 12 years before I even touched the system. Night 4, coffee number 5. I'm restoring a sequence labeled session 47. The timestamp is 2011. 11 names in the thread. I scroll and freeze. User Mindstorm. Eliana, you shouldn't be here yet. I blink. My name. Eliana. Not archivist. Not some weird coincidence. User Mindstorm. Stop reading this one. My heart gives a quick double beat. Maybe one of the devs slipped my name into a test file. Maybe my boss thinks he's funny. Still, the chill hits me in two waves. First at my skin, then behind my eyes. I open the system log, check for recent edits. Nothing. Last modified June 18th, 2011, before I even went to college. So how? The fans hum louder. I keep reading. I tell myself it's research, not obsession. In session 48, the voices multiply. Nightbird. She thinks she's just restoring data. Wolf. Poor thing. Echo 0. The archive watches back, Eliana. Keyboard strokes feel too loud in my little office. Every window reflection looks like someone standing just behind me. I call my supervisor Mark. He sounds half asleep. Mark, it's probably old roleplay stuff. Those forums were weird. Ignore it. Me, they're using my name. Mark, then it's a coincidence. Or someone edited the records when they were online. But the more I scroll, the more the coincidence collapses under its own weight. My apartment, my city, they start describing things, details that shouldn't exist anywhere in a 2011 chat room. Gray Harbor. Eliana, your window's open again. I start recording voice notes for sanity. Okay, it's now 3:10 a.m. No evidence of hacks. All backups verified. No foreign connections. The messages are old, like sealed in amber, but each new batch references things from today. I open the next file. It's just a single system-generated announcement. System notice, April 11th, 2024, 3:12 file update detected. Your turn.txt, now unlocked. I didn't unlock it. Nobody did. The timestamp matches the minute I spoke that last sentence aloud. Against every primal instinct, I click. The file begins like the others, text on black background. No usernames this time. Just lines of plain dialogue. Someone is typing. Then, you've done well, Eliana. You were never just restoring us. We needed the last listener to remember. That's what chatting is, isn't it? Passing our voices forward. You already know what comes next. The cursor blinks. Then a message appears without me typing. Upload in progress. Eliana_Cho_voice.m4a. What the hell? I rip off my headset. The microphone light is red, recording. My monitors flicker. Lines of dialogue begin printing on their own, filling the screen's edge to edge. The same sentence over and over. Stop reading before you reach the end. But now the words distort, glitch into new fragments. To reach the end, you must read. The cursor pauses. Then one final prompt. Would you like to continue the conversation, YN? I dial Mark again, straight to voicemail. A faint hiss seeps from the phone speaker, like someone breathing too close to a mic. Eliana, your connection is strong. I hurl the phone. It hits the metal case of a server, and something behind the screen sighs. A soft, wet exhale. My stomach knots. The air smells again, damp, mildewy like it did when I started. The fan's slow. One monitor blinks alive. My reflection stares back, pale and flickering. Behind me stands someone else, blurred like static. When I turn, no one's there. The terminal pings. Upload complete. File. archive_ec.log. And that's when I finally see it. My webcam light on. I yank the power cord. Everything goes black. Still the hum doesn't stop. In the dark, it takes me far too long to realize the sound isn't coming from the machines anymore. It's coming from inside my headphones, pressed against the desk, a whisper I can't quite shut off. We just wanted someone to keep listening. Then silence. They found me the next afternoon, face down on the desk, exhausted but alive. I told HR my data drive crashed. I told no one about your turn. I moved apartments a week later, unplugged every device. For a while I thought it was over, until tonight, when my new laptop finished booting. A blank chat window appeared. No app open, no browser on screen. Just a blinking prompt and 4 words waiting in the message field. Hello again, Eliana. And below that, your turn.txt fully restored.